Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for stopping by me today. Today we're going to be doing this colorful look. It's like an approachable colorful look. Like it's colorful but it's not too crazy, but it's there but it's not so loud. You know what I mean? So I'm starting off with doing my brows and I'm going to take this ColourPop pencil in the shade Banging Brunette. I'm going to use that to just fill in my brows, and then I'm going to take my Too Faced concealer in the shade Chestnut. I think I'm using chestnut right now. If it's not chestnut, it's mocha. But no, I think I'm using chestnut. I'm going to use that just to clean out the bottom half of my brow. Because I'm going to go in with like such a colorful look and like a cut crease, I decided to clean up the bottom half of the brow today. So I'm going to take the concealer to clean that up and also use that as my eyeshadow base. Now be sure to blend your concealer in your inner corner area just so that after you're finished, it's not like a blank area because you're doing your eyes first, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Then I'm gonna set that in place with some translucent powder from Laura Mercier. I also use that to set my brows because my brows tend to get a little bit oily. So now I'm gonna start by placing this pink color from the Sephora palette that I used in my previous video. I'm gonna use that pink right there in the crease. I really like this pink color and the shadow is working a lot better than that struggle that I had in my previous video. So I'm going to place that in the crease and just blend it and buff it out. Originally, I wanted to just use this color only and then go in with the brown. But then I further added this color from the Jackie Anna X Anastasia Beverly Hills collaboration, such a bomb palette. I took this light pink shade, such a pretty transition shade. It's called Supreme. And I just used that to just diffuse out the ends of this color that we put in the crease and just to give it like a nice smooth transition. And I also blend this into the beginning of my brow because I want this kind of blown out effect. So yeah, that's all I did and with that color. And then I'm gonna go in with the brown also from this Jackie Anna palette. Such a pretty brown. I think it's my favorite color in the palette, and that's this brown. Yeah, it's such a nice brown and dark skin, blends so easily. So I'm just gonna use that to place on the outer corner of my eyelid and also blend it inwards in the crease, coming towards the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm gonna just, after I place the color in that area just a little bit, I'm gonna keep on blending just to diffuse it out. I like to add a little color as I go. I don't like to add it all at once. And then after blending in that brown, I go back with the brush that I used to add the pink shade just to diffuse the ends. And then I'm going to press on this brown a little bit more just to get that a little bit more intense. I feel like it was disappearing a little bit and I want it to be a little bit more stronger on the outer corner, okay? And blend, blend, blend. And then we're going to go into cutting the crease. Now to cut the crease, I'm going to use this e.l.f. like gel eyeliner type thing, or I don't know if it's a cream eyeshadow, but it's in the shade Teal Appeal. And I'm just going to use this to cut my crease. Now the way I cut my crease, I don't cut my crease too dramatic, like way over my crease line. So I have like huge eyes. I don't cut my crease like that. Well, that's not the look that I'm going for today. I like to cut my crease just above where my crease fold so that if I do look straight ahead, you could still see the cut, but it's not like overly exaggerated going higher up. Hopefully that's making sense, but this is just a more approachable, wearable way of cutting your crease. So that's how I like to cut my crease. And cut crease is pretty simple, guys. It's really not that hard. Don't be scared. Try it. I know it's taken over the internet, but listen, it's really not that hard to do. So don't be scared of it. And it works great when you're doing like colorful looks, as they help to just coordinate them all together. Now I'm taking that blue shade from the Sephora palette and I'm going to use that just to press over this gel eyeliner. Now, what I realized, I don't know why I picked up this gel eyeliner. You know when you clean up your stuff and you find makeup, you're like, oh, I had this, let me use it. So that's why I came across this gel eyeliner. One thing I could tell you about this gel eyeliner is that it dries fast. So I had to work very quickly because it was drying and then the blue shadow wasn't sticking on top. And then after it dried, it started to crack, but we made it work. You will see. Now, after doing that, what I'm doing is going and went back with that pink shade that we used in the crease of the Jackie Anna palette. And I'm going to use that just to transition between the blue and the brown. Now, how I did that is I pressed in the area because, as I said, it was drying and cracking. If you blend too harshly, it might flake it off. So I just went in and tapped between those two shades, just add a little transition and make it more blended. Now I'm going to add a wing onto the outer corner of my eye using this brush black liner from MAC, which is my favorite pen liner to use for wing liner. It's so easy to use and just make my wing liner life a lot easier. Then you want to check and make sure that the eyeliners are even, and then I'm going to go in with this eyeliner from NYX. I found it in my stash of products that I have forgotten about. Brand new, I haven't used it, I never used it before, so I'm going to use that just to create a line just over my eye and just bring it like into the black, but not like bring it on top of the black, right where you see me put it. And I don't know why I'm recording from this camera angle. I feel like the camera was high above me and it was tilted down. Just forgive me for this camera angle. I'm not a fan of it either. Now going into this MAC Concealer and Correct palette, I'm going to take that shade right there. I think it's called light brown. It's like a it's an orangey undertone color. It's not so much like a pure orange, but it has that orange undertone that's good for correcting without making it too difficult for you to cover it. Okay, so I like to use that shade. It kind of blend into my skin, but like a corrective blend. Whoa, what kind of words am I saying? But y'all understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to put it around my mouth and also right up in the inner corner of my eye, right under there where my eyes tend to be the darkest. Just use that to correct. And then I'm going to take the shade in Cool Brown. This is such a great contour color. And I'm going to use that just to do a cream contour under my foundation, right? So I'm just going to use my fingers to do this because fingers works best with this cream palette, just to help to warm the product up and just blend it in. And I was looking to make sure, you want to make sure that you're applying your contour evenly on the same side. You don't want to be lopsided. So please pay careful attention to that. I'm going to also take the shade to contour my forehead that's out there. And I'm going to use my finger to just melt and blend this product in. Okay? So for foundation today, I will be using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Foundation in the shade Maple 24.5 and just gonna apply this all over my face. This is a very matte finish but lightweight foundation. However, if you do not moisturize your face properly and you don't have oily skin, this might be a little bit, even if you have oily skin, because I have combination to oily skin and I like to go in with like heavy moisturizer before I apply this matte foundation. I like to do the moisturizing under it instead of going in with a dewy foundation. I'm not a big fan of dewy foundation right now. I was, but I've switched around. So I'm heavy on the moisturizer and then going in with matte foundation and matte lightweight foundation. Not nothing that's too thick. All right, that's not my favorite. Let me just say that's not my favorite. I like my foundation to be light and watery. Okay. Oh, that didn't sound so right, but yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, not like gel foundations and like creamy foundations, like more like a watery foundation, like a water-based foundation, right? Then I'm going to take this e.l.f. concealer in the shade Deep Chestnut. I think that's the shade, yep. And what I did is I placed it under my eye and I ended up moving to fix something. And when I came back to blend it, it was too dry. So it dried really fast. So that's why you see me spraying Fix Plus on the sponge to blend this out. So that's one thing about this concealer. You want to blend it as soon as you apply it because, honey, 2 seconds and this is dry. And then it's hard to blend when it gets dry because it's a super matte concealer. I guess I'm going for a matte look today. Matte foundation, matte concealer, but you can still see that glow within my skin, and that's because of the moisturizer that I applied. I'm gonna have to show you guys one day how I prep my skin before makeup. I'll try to do that. Now, after blending out the concealer in all these areas where I concealed, I'm gonna go with my Laura Mercier medium deep powder, and I'm gonna use this sponge to just press this powder in. I'm not gonna bake. I'm just gonna press in the powder wherever I concealed, and then I'm gonna brush away whatever excess is just sitting on my face. And also when I'm dusting away the powder, oh, my voice just went crazy. When I'm dusting away the powder, if you notice, I like to blend the edges of where the powder stop, because sometimes, especially when you take a flash photo or something, you could see where the powder stop if you don't blend it in right here. I don't always show this process in all my videos, or if I show everything, it's gonna be too long and y'all got a short attention span, so I gotta try to fit it in there. Okay, So you want to make sure you do that. Then I'm going to take my face powder, which is the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NW50, and I'm going to take a fluffy powder brush just to lightly dust this on my face. I'm just using this to set and add that color to my face because I really love the color of this powder. It's very neutral, so it just add back, it does keep the depth of my skin tone and just help to neutralize the foundation or make it more like my brown skin tone. It's a very brown undertone powder. Now I'm contouring with the Cover FX palette that you guys see me using almost all my videos lately. I really love this. And I'm going to use this just to reinforce that cream contour under the foundation, and also just to add a little bit of warmth, a little bit more warmth to the face and set this cream contour in place. And don't forget your neck, okay? You want to make sure that your neck or your jawline is corresponding with your body and your face, right? Then I'm going to take the finishing powder that's in this palette. I'm going to use that to clean up under the contour a little bit. I like to use this powder. Somebody asked me, I think somebody asked me on Instagram or my DM why I use this powder under my contour instead of my Laura Mercier powder. And that's because the undertone of this powder is a little bit darker than the Laura Mercier, and also it's sheerer. That's crazy. It's sheer with a little bit of reflex. So when I put it under my contour, it gives me more of a natural-ish, a little bit more natural than the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Hopefully that's making sense, but I like to use that for the color and also for the finish and the formula of that finishing powder. It's really, really sheer. Then I apply some blush. I got that blush in my BoxyCharm. And I just applied the pink shade from that palette. And then I'm going to take this highlighter, which I'm filling right now. I've been using this highlighter every time I do a look for this like spring, summer colorful looks. This is in the shade Sugar Gold. It's from MAC in Extreme Dimension Skin Finish highlighter. I'm going to use that on my cheeks and also above my brow bone. Then I'm going in with this lilac-y, like a very pale purple eyeliner from ColourPop, and it wasn't giving me what I'm looking for. So then I took a pink eyeliner also from ColourPop, and I went over the purpley shade that we applied first, and it gave me the exact color I was looking for, that corresponding with the liner on the top of my eyelid. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see what I created with those two liners? It was so cute. I didn't know what I was going to get, but I just tried it and it worked. So yeah, yay for me. Now, after doing that, I'm going to go in with the brown shade from the Jacqueline palette. And I'm just going to take that under my lash line just to define my eyes even more. And just drag it a little bit under my wing liner. Then I'm going to take the pink from the Sephora palette. And I'm going to use that just to blend out the brown. Now, I felt like the texture of the blue on my eyelid was a little bit too textured because of that gel color I put under it. So I decided to go in with this color from the Sephora palette, and it was dropping. It was doing a little fallout on my face. But I used this like frosted finish just to try to even out the color of the blue, right? And then I went and put on some lashes, and I'm just going to apply some mascara onto my lashes. Then I'm going to highlight my inner corner using this color from the Sephora palette. These colors on the top row up here is actually like duochrome colors. So this actually look pink in the palette. And if I shift my head a certain way, you'll see the pink reflecting in it. So yeah, but it's very like frosty and bright and vibrant. So that's why I liked it for my inner corner. It's actually looking blue, but it's not blue. But that's cute anyway, that's fine. Then I'm going to go into my lips. I'm going to take Chestnut to line my lips. And then I'm going to go in with this lipstick from MAC in the shade Snob. I wanted something that matched the eyeliners that we have going on the eyes. And then I decided I'm going to take some gloss because your girl loves some gloss. So I'm taking a MAC Cream Sheen Gloss in the shade Boy Bait. Yes, I think that's Boy Bait. And yeah, that's it. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. Don't forget to thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this look, okay? And if you like this hairstyle, it's also uploaded already, so I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next one, bye guys.